let's re-summon Roach. Roach. Wrong part of the city. That's more like it.
Elven blood.
Careful, you scamp. This is no
They telling us that we have elven blood?
Come on.
Obviously, I don't think that's true.
Take it.
I believe Geralt was 100% human before he went full Witcher. But I could be wrong.
Move it.
Alright. Here is our man, and at this point, it's been long enough, I'd be kind of concerned. He did not have money.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
If he doesn't, then I think we probably are going to need to start selling to someone else, even if they're less than ideal, because
What do you have on offer?
we've given you all the time in the world here. But you still don't have your money back. So, yep. I'm afraid we'll need to find someone else to do business with in that case. Could be Joanna, perhaps. Could it be... I mean, there are several other merchants in here, in Novigrad.
So long.
So if we need to spread it out a bit and sell a bit to someone, sell a little bit more to someone else, then this is probably the place to do it. But
Hey there.
for some reason I thought that was going to be Hierarch Square. It's not. I think we go into the sewers here-ish? There is an entrance right around there.
Come on.
But I think there are a few different sections of the sewers that are actually not connected. And so I'm hoping that this is the entrance to the part of the sewers that we're looking for, but I could certainly be wrong. So fingers crossed. Because I thought it was that it was something that you guys were saying we could have done when we were... Was it when we were with Triss?
Faster.
Going through to get her to the harbor? If so, then this is definitely where we went through to get Triss to this part of the harbor. But if it was a different one, then this may not be the answer. So I don't recall. But we're gonna see. So there's also the entrance, what? Near the Vids? Much further east in the city? Yeah, so we're looking for down here. And there's usually some bandits, like,
Hey there.
basically right below here. I didn't really need to do that, but okay. Now, the tricky part is I don't think we're going to be able to take Roach here. Somewhere over here. Yeah. Here, usually this is where the bandits are. This is where we were taking Triss through, with the other mages and alchemists and whatnot. But we're looking for... I think it should be pretty clear when we actually make it in. Like, can we? No, we can't summon Roach. Okay. Didn't really think we'd be able to, but we have now confirmed. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna be trash. We have been here before. Just there's an additional area that we had not yet fully explored. I think there's like some kind of thing that we need to break through. Okay, I was gonna say, that's locked, then we are in a bit of trouble. I think we're actually gonna find that these are either looted in truth or just full of junk. They're already looted. Okay, so like, is this place we want to go to? Or are we looking for a different pair of, or a different section of the sewers? So I think we'll just make our way through here. And if we don't find anything, then we'll go through a different part of the sewers. Are these all ashes? Empty bottle and torch is marginally better, maybe? But not really. Here? Silk? And a silver ingot. Wow, we missed those. That's good stuff. So, if nothing else, we nabbed a bit of that. And this is kind of looking like the way up and out. No, it's just additional loot that we probably already took. That we have. Okay. Let's head up this way, and I'm getting increasingly strong feelings that this is not the right section of the sewers. Like I said, if it isn't, then I can think of at least one other place that comes to mind where we can enter the sewers. And I know way back when you guys were saying where the right place was. I haven't looted this, which surprises me a bit. And a torch, maybe, you know, not as relevant, but same with the ashes and the empty bottles and other torches. Okay, now it wasn't here. Was it here, perhaps? Yeah, because I think it was relatively, I don't know where it can end up being. Okay, potentially more loot. Geralt is stuck. That is actually looted, in truth. Now, can we make it through here? Now, that's locked. Okay, so the answer is no, although could potentially make it in that way from a different angle. Perhaps a totally different entrance, or just looping around, because it does look like this might circle around a bit. And based on how we're seeing that sign of tradespeople above, I do think we're getting close to the actual entrance. I think it's just right up there. Let's just take a minute to explore this side as well. Because was locked from that angle. But might this actually open up to a different section of the sewers? It could give us what we're looking for? I don't know. This reminds me of the place where we might have been with Siggy. Way back. Ooh. I'd like to loot that. Can we, like, climb up here? That maybe has, you know, a box on it, so you can't grab it, but, like, on this edge, say? No, you just want to kick that? Or here, maybe? Still just want to kick it? Still insisting on kicking. And bumping your head, and whatnot, and things that do not involve looting. This is unfortunate. We might even be able to, like, jump from there. I'm doubtful of that, but... anyways. Let's keep on moving. Because this does seem like it's taking us into a totally different section. So at this point, I'm definitely going to get disoriented rather quickly. But... this looks like this will lead us up and out. That's the way that we just came through, was it not? Yeah, it is. Okay. That's me going in circles. He says, perfect timing. Says he's gonna get disoriented right as he completes the maddening loop. Okay. But, so we don't want to go through, we don't want to go up that way. We want to go perhaps further in this direction. That's where we were trying to jump up, but going up here is fine. As long as it can take us elsewhere. Do you vaguely remember this perimeter here? Elevated section. Skull and ashes. Broken. We're collecting broken rakes. We'll take it. Yeah, though. I don't know. Not feeling terribly confident at the moment at this spot. Could potentially even drop down onto this ledge where we know there's loot. Might be a good way to make that happen. Is this locked? Is not. Is this the way that we went through before? I don't think so. I don't think so. I do kind of want to try to drop down onto... Where was it? Is it over here? I thought it was the ledge right here. Have the additional loot. Can't really see it from this angle. Right there, right there. This is a bad idea. I'm gonna try it. Yep. Tried to fall off the ledge and catch the edge of the other section there where there was the loot. And so that's why we saved. Just in case that was gonna happen. Just in case. Yeah, I'm not sure how otherwise you'd actually get up there. And I'm hoping this actually does lead us to the section of the sewers we're looking for, but like I said, at this rate, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Well, your guess is better than mine. This is the direction we'll actually go. And this might just lead us out. But we're gonna see. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh, this is definitely where we were with Siggy, right? I think? I remember... Or no. I remember breaking through this. No, this is with... This is where we started with all the people who were... No, it's not where we started with all the people who were trying to escape with Triss. This was the place where we had to go off to the side a little bit. Got some books. For reasons that I don't really remember. It's a different section, yes. There is that. It's all going to be junk, probably. Basically. Might have just not been able to reach these ones. Oh, nope. We've already looted them. Like this? This, I think, was a piece of Witcher School gear. Pretty sure. I think that leads up. This we're actually looking for is here? Yeah, in case it wasn't clear, I'm losing track pretty quickly at this rate. You know, the sewers are a little confusing. Oh, with all the locked doors and double and back and things that look like they aren't connected until you realize that you can, in fact, connect to them if you do find a different way to get through those doors. And then you can't actually use your map like this, head back where we were before, but we actually make it through then. Because, okay, so if we do want to go in this direction, this was a dead end, right? I think we actually do want to try to go as far as we can go over here. This was a dead end here, so we go this way, and then we'll take a left. We're going through here, I think. I think this is the answer, or at least closest thing we have to an answer. So this is a shot. If not, and this might lead us out here. If not, then we're just gonna probably settle for picking up a couple items. But, maybe not quite getting exactly what we were looking for. I know, I think this was the place where we were with Triss and everyone else. And we couldn't loot these, despite getting a bunch of really good stuff here. For some reason, these two chests did not want to be looted. Or else we might have. Yeah, speaking of tries, I tried. And we may have run right past it. And by run, I mean walked very slowly. But, in the interest of not wandering down there mindlessly any longer than we already have, I'm gonna forego the sewers for now. Where actually are we now? This High Rock Square? It is. Wow. Oh. I was gonna say the other place that I remember there being a sewer entrance was... Wait, just make it over here. Was right here. Maybe we give that a quick shot. But my concern is that, you know, we're gonna end up just going into the same area of the sewers over and over again because I just don't have the right section that I'm searching for. And I know. Back then, you guys told me what the right place was, but that was months ago. Quite over. There are some things I remember that you guys told me months ago, but this is not one of them, right? There are just too many options. We'll try making this happen. But, and that's a no guardian officer, so probably not the right time to try to steal that stuff. No, that black cat crossing the street is probably only sign you need. It's, nah. Bad luck would strike you. Okay, so this is the sewer entrance I'm referring to. Is it the correct sewer entrance? Totally different question that I don't know the answer to. Now, this does have a little bit of a different ambiance to it, if you know what I mean. Just glowing with a slightly different color. A little bluer. Maybe that means we're in the right place? I don't know. I really don't know. But, fingers crossed. This does... feels a little bit different. It's already... I mean, we have been here before, for certain. Just a matter of, is this the right place that we've already been to, or not? We're looking for some place to, I think, break into an area that we've not yet been to. Whoa. And now remember this. Hello. Well, we're out. I don't think this was the answer we were looking for. Where exactly are we? I mean, we didn't go far. There's also a dead dude. A love letter. Which is apparently interesting. My darling Rosa, from the first moment I set eyes upon you, that fateful evening at the Buds. Oh, we've heard of them. My heart has only beaten for you. Can't eat or sleep. My master threatens to terminate my apprenticeship. And I don't even know if you remember me. Albert Vangelbud introduced us near the roasted capon table. Happened to be eating one when I saw you. It stuck in my throat, and I started to choke. And you laughed. Oh, how sweetly. How brightly you laughed. That marvelous sound still fills my ears to this day, and I live in hope that I will be given a chance to hear it once more. I beg you, meet with me. Even if just for a moment, just for a second, I will wait by the well in Gildor, every day at dusk. If you care for the life of a poor lad, fallen hopelessly in love with you, take pity and come. Do not torture me with eternal waiting. Your truly devoted admirer, Gilbert Blythe. This sounds a lot like some kind of love potion. But also apparently does not have anything else for us to do about it. Okay. So. Yeah, where exactly is this? Yeah, not far from where we were. Okay. Yeah, I think we call off the sewer expedition for now, and we'll do it on a later occasion when you guys have the chance to remind me where exactly it is, because we tried the entrance here, where Marker currently is, and we tried Hmm. The only other one I can think of is there's one that's over here-ish somewhere. But for all I know, it just connects back up to one of the ones that we've already seen. That's why I'm hesitant to just go into sewer after sewer. So, in that case, what are we looking for? We can check our... Oh, no, not this. Check this. So, we tried doing this, but we think we may need to wait longer before it'll actually happen. Obviously, anything in Kaer Morhen is not currently where we are. Witcher contracts, they're high level. 33 is like maybe possible. Let's see where it is. Is it in the northern Novigrad Felon area? It's not. Actually, really? Over here, which is quite close to where we first landed in Velen at Hanged Man's Tree. Interestingly enough. I mean, not that that means much, but I was mostly just looking to see if it was somewhere up here, then we could say pretty confidently, like, okay, you're not really supposed to even do this until you're into the later stuff. So, although some of these things, I mean, I know, like, further up here and out is supposed to be DLC territory, but, some of these things might actually be doable now. I mean, they were quite a bit higher. They were mostly question mark, I think. So, probably still best for us to pass on it for now and stick for, or save it for later. Tempting as it may be. Because otherwise, I believe that means we'd be looking at either main questing it, which does mean chatting with the Baron's sergeants back in, I believe this is Crow's Perch, because we were nearby a little while ago. Right? Yeah. Even though it says Kaer Morhen, we do first need to go here. So that could be worth doing, and then gives us an opportunity to stop back off at Joanna and see if we can sell some stuff to her at least. Even if Ivier refuses to buy anything off of us. Because I would have to imagine at least that part probably not going to get us into anything. Right, I think probably not going to get us into anything that is going to stop us from coming back here to, say, do a Gwent tournament on a future occasion. Because that's really the only other big thing would be doing high stakes. Which, you guys were saying back then, Vids, why were you doing level 26 quests when you were like level 17 or whatnot? And fair enough, but I mean, Gwent, so kind of different, or at least seemed like it was kind of different. Now we have the Gwent cards to possibly get it done, but do we wait a little bit longer? Maybe we try to take advantage of going to Kaer Morhen and picking up a few more cards before we do this. Although, tell you what, I can think of at least one other thing that we could actually, a couple other things we could potentially do here. They're a little bit far away, but I think we can make it happen. We will need to be at a fast travel location to make it happen, though. So let's actually mark one of those. For a second, I thought this was a fast travel spot. No, that's where our marker is. There she is. Okay.
Go, go.
So, I was gonna say, can you hop this roach? But at the same time, not sure I want to know the answer to that. That might be quite a drop-off. Pretty big drop-off. Can we make this happen? We're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then I think the fast travel spot is basically just past the flora. So, yeah, I have two things in mind. And I think maybe we'll go with the what I suspect will be the quicker thing first. And perhaps the thing that you guys told me to do even longer ago than anything in Novigrad or Velen. What? What? Are you serious, Lids? What are you talking about? What? What? Wait, whoa, whoa. Excuse me? Excuse me? Yes.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
Lids, what are you doing in White Orchard, you ask? Good question. Let me show you. I believe this is the spot we're looking for. Let's bring back Roach. Talk about places that have been a while since we've been to them. It's probably tops the list right here. I suppose if you want to count the tutorial-ish area, then maybe Kaer Morhen actually would be the one that's been the longest, but that's an aside. We're looking for this lady. You.
Yes?
And we definitely asked you these things before, but apparently they're not grayed out for reasons unknown
Where's
to me.
Lena? Something happened?
She was getting better. Then Nilfgaardians came, carried her off.
Nilfgaardians? Why? What do they want with her?
I've no notion. They don't explain what they do. It's not in their custom.
Alright, that does sound vaguely familiar. What about your story?
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
That was the person that we gave
A sad
a
one.
witcher potion when she was very sick,
Do
and
you
we
know
weren't
the
sure if it was going to
Temple
help
of
her or hurt her.
Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Nenneker stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Nenneker. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Nenneker refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word. Gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
I either don't think we've heard that or don't remember it. And, well, it's been long enough that I suppose maybe that is exactly what happened. But the reason why we're here
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
is not to buy herbs. Not to buy herbs. It is to fulfill a request that you guys made a very long time ago. That being to sell honeycomb to this lady because apparently she buys it for more than anyone else by a significant margin. Now, of course, she also cannot afford all of it. In fact, she can only afford like 1/3 of all of the honeycomb that we have. So, that's gonna have to be it for now. We did need Arenaria for additional, of the white gulls. We ran out of it. Might as well just pick up some here, because yeah, I think we were completely out. And that means we can dump some more of this section. And I think that's gonna be it. Not sure we really need any of the other stuff here. I think we should be good. Could even, tell you what, could just take a quick look at our white gull situation. And we were on 2 Arenaria, it seems, so that was our lowest ingredient when it came to the stuff that we need for white gulls. But we didn't need full blown 10. I mean, it's fine. And every time we make white gulls, I tell myself, this is going to be the last time we need them, right? We're about to finish with all this stuff, right? Well, maybe not, because we did see that some of the Witcher School gear actually required a bit of that, the ingredients that you can make only with white gulls. Now, we got an Archgriffin mutagen a little while back, but apparently there is a decoction that we've not yet made with it. If any stamina is available, strong attack to consume all of it and reduce the struck foe's vitality by 5% after their normal damage is calculated. Wait. So you do all of the normal amount of damage that you would deal, consume all of your stamina, and then reduce their HP by 5%, ignoring all damage mitigation, basically. So, strong against heavily armored enemies, in particular. Good if you have a consistent source of regenerating stamina, because bear in mind, this will happen numerous times over the course of, this is a long potion effect. So, you just need to get some stamina back after you spend all of it, and then you can rinse repeat in 20 hits minimum, and it's dead. Or 20 hits maximum, I should say, instead. Which may not sound like that's fantastic, but think about enemies like the golems and elementals that we fought not long ago, and even some of the ones that are lower level than us still took many hits to take down. So, this... I can sort of see a use case for it. Anything else? I don't need a Doppler mutagen for this. We don't have an Arrakis mutagen? Surprises me a bit. Ancient Leshen mutagen, that's a little daunting. Okay.
Farewell.
So,
Who knows what the morrow will
don't really need to do anything else with you. You do have a bunch of plants outside, which I suppose potentially may have given us the art area that we were saying we wanted. Didn't really check. But Ridley and Moliere are two quite common things, so I don't think that's too concerning, but yeah, same with you. Yeah. These were a little bit more unusual herbs and might be worth taking the time for them, but I don't think so. There was one other thing that I thought we might still want to do here, and that was... Oh, what? We haven't done the Spoils of War up here? Squeeze me? We're not at a fast travel spot, but we are close to one. Let's head over there,
That's
man.
it, Roach.
You'd think that the person hanging out right next to an herbalist could probably find a cure for the hiccups,
Not so fast, Roach.
but apparently not. Okay, so let us fast travel here. This is not what I had in mind, but it's something. And apparently we haven't finished.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Excuse me? I'll say that to my face. I didn't think
Out
so.
of my way.
You're testing me, buddy. Okay. Did we actually mark this? I don't think we actually did. Now we shall. So I think this was just one of the first places where we saw a bunch of drowners out in the middle of the water. And this was before we knew exactly how the whole crossbow one-shotting monster swimming thing worked. At least before I knew. Or before I was willing to do it. Because I think there was a while where I was a little bit reluctant to make it happen. So you guys may have said, oh yeah, just shoot him with the crossbow when you're out in the water. I was like, what? But the crossbow damage is horrendous. Why would I ever want to do that? Then the whole one-shot thing became evident, and there's a whole new world. Okay, so, like, if we check this out, we're gonna see signs of drowners, but these guys are nothing compared to all the sirens we encountered in Skellige. So, Geralt, if you could, like, do this, though, that'd be helpful. And hit the drowners, preferably. Like, any of the drowners, really. That'd be great. Including this one as well. Yeah, we've basically been training all of our life for this moment. So you're not going to stop us. I regret to inform you. We are, in fact, unstoppable. Ah, what am I saying? I don't regret it. We trained long and hard for this moment. This is what we're looking for now. Is it going to be worth it? I mean, this is White Orchard, so brace yourself for precisely 21 florins. Well, interestingly, it is florins, not crowns, which we have comparatively way fewer florins. Now, we can convert in Novigrad at the Vivaldi Bank, but we have never done that, so I assume that there's some kind of transaction fee. So it's not just as simple as, well, simple. Just all of your crowns become florins, and nothing changes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lose some of the conversion process, though. So, good to have some florins at the very least, even if it is significantly less than the crowns for now. That would maybe be my, at this point, primary concern financially. Would be, sure, we may have plenty of the crowns, but if you bear in mind that at some point we might need to have basically a significant amount of both crowns and florins, get tricky. And there's also
Take it
let's see, Marian currency. I don't even remember the name of, but we've gotten some, but have, I don't think, ever had any use for it. So, I mean, maybe in Kaer Morhen, because that's technically, I believe, or was in Kedwin, not Temeria, but it's the closest thing to Temeria besides this. Yeah, this is actually probably the closest thing. This is, at one point in time, I think, in Temeria, and Velen potentially as well, though Velen's obviously right next to Novigrad, so understandable, perhaps, that they would use the crown. Okay, so there's one more thing, though, that I wanted to do. I think that was... go... here? We may have already done this. May have already done this. But just wanted to check. Where is it? Possibly even this guy right here.
Ooh, insider with devilish glee.
You.
Drink it down.
Greetings.
Let me have a look at your stock.
I believe we may have doubled back here on one occasion to see if we had any of the Gwent cards that we need to pick up. That is why I'm looking here. You also have at least Mandrake Cordial. Interesting. Marian armor, huh. Also, early stage stuff that was, I mean, this looks similar to what our starting gear looked like, but I'm not sure it's exactly it.
Take care.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick look around town, see if there's any other tradespeople who still have Gwent cards that we can pick up. So I thought there was another smith.
Come on.
There was the tavern keeper, and I think we did not initially buy everything from her. Yeah, this will be the shopkeeper over here, but I don't think we bought everything initially from her. But somebody said, "Oh, well, you failed the quest immediately by leaving Velen, or by leaving White Orchard, and so she's never coming back, and you're never going to get those cards." But then somebody said, "No, somebody else will sell them instead." It might have been the guy we were just talking to, but it might be this guy.
What can I do for you this time?
But I just want to see. I guess we'll ask you how the new is maybe not the correct term anymore, given how at this rate it was more than 6 months ago, I think, that we actually gave you this new forge. So, but how's it
No
going?
forge any good?
Splendid. Nilfgaardians brought a 2-chamber bellows from Mahaka, then sent to Vizima for a crack builder. Fellow built a brick hearth and a chimney in no time. Only thing is, the local folk don't buy from me no more. They ride to Goslitz, half a day's road, even though the duffer there's never forged a decent hoe in his life.
But he's a human. That it? Be careful, Willis. And if the tide turns and Nilfgaard abandons White Orchard, you leave with them. Humans won't forgive you for that boy's death.
I don't remember that anymore, but sure.
Show
I
me
guess.
what you got.
Do you have cards? You do not have cards. Okay. I'm going to take that to mean that we did, in fact, do that a while ago. Back who knows when. And, I mean, I'm, like, kind of curious to see, given how far away you are from everyone else, how your prices are. But I think they're actually decent, but don't think it's urgent unless and until we are actually finding ourselves in need of a specific type of valuable gem. Like, I'm not going to buy a 716 coin emerald unless we absolutely need one, right? I think at some point in time we probably will, but rather not speculate on something that expensive. Especially if we want to buy multiple of them.